There is the shuttle that I will be taking to the north end, Pachena Bay, and then I will be going southbound. This is the ranger station. Everybody getting ready to go. Okay, so, well, I guess you could say this is West Coast Trail 2.0. I have returned to the trail after getting my sister squared away and into the hospital, and she does have some torn ligaments, as you may have seen in our last video. So I am back on the West Coast Trail. I am restarting, but this time I'll go from the north end south instead of the south end to the north, and I plan on doing the whole thing again. So it's been quite the adventure. Drove from 5 a.m. till like 9 o'clock in the evening yesterday, and we're just about getting ready to go on the West Coast Trail up to Pachena Bay, and I will be beginning the hike again, anew, today. So we'll see you out there. I am at Pachena Beach, the north end of the WCT. Just got to get my bearings straight here, figure out which way I'm supposed to be going here, but the beach is amazing. Check this out. Alright, so the tide is out right now, so it allows us to actually go down the beach over this way, and then you can access the trail, so you can actually bypass a couple of ladders and stuff. So, and the beach walk is kind of nice, and you can see all the beach here. It's incredible, beautiful. I almost want to stay for the day, but it's a little cloudy, so I figure I might as well get some miles in. So you can see way off in the distance, massive beach there. There's all kinds of people over there. People camping and stuff, so it's really nice. Gorgeous beach, huge. But I am getting on the trail right here. Trail through the trees. Okay, so I am on the trail. There's a bear in the area apparently. Just gonna go down here and grab a little water, but then I'm going that way. Well, I'm not too far in, maybe 15 minutes, and there is kilometer number 1 has been completed. Trail's pretty nice. It's not like the first few days in the original outing, where it was all mud everywhere and broken boards. But they do say the north end is easier, so we shall see. So far, so good. That is one big tree. One big blowdown. Easy enough to get under though. I'm just trying to give you guys some perspective. So there's my poles. And then check out this tree. That thing is massive. I don't know how big that thing is, but man. Like, it is wide. Like, that is huge. Let's get my poles in there. I mean, look at that. I'm sure that does it justice. Beautiful though. Very strange place for a motorbike. Alrighty, so just give you a quick update. I'm 5 kilometers in. My last kilometer I did in like 10 minutes. It was pretty fast. This trail on the north end going south is definitely easier than the south. And they have little things like this bench right here. Like, you don't see that on the trail. At the beginning of the trail, that is, on the south end. So you got nice places to stop. The trail itself is fairly decent. And you can see how the trail is well established. There's a few muddy spots here and there, but for the most part, you know, you got these benches again with some nice fish carvings and stuff in them. And then look at these, I don't know, boardwalks. And someone's actually taken the time to carve feet and fish, and yeah, kind of cool. Lots of these around. You don't even need these right now. The trail is dry on both sides, but yeah, she's going pretty quick so far. Maybe that 16K campsite is doable. We'll see. Anyways, just trucking along. Just came down that. Got this nice, decent bridge, but then they've got this interesting contraption here. Big rope, and it looks like they used an old log to go across here. And then there's another ladder right there. Yeah, going good though. Okay, so that's the main trail going that way. But apparently, this is sea lion rock going this way. And I can actually hear them, so I'm gonna go check it out. Kilometer 10, and right there is one of the lighthouses. Now for some reason they have these closed off to the public, and I'm not exactly sure why, but they put these benches here. I guess you can have a rest, and there is an outhouse right there. That's kind of cool, midway. But I'm just going to go up the boardwalk. I'm not going to go into the, but I'll go check it out. Can't really see much from here, but there is the lighthouse. And for some reason, they got her closed off. All right, so I'm just wrapping up day number 1 of round 2 of my attempt do the West Coast Trail. Well, it was a fairly, actually easy day. I did 12 kilometers in about 3 hours, and I called it a day because I've had 2 very long days. Lots of travel just to get out here, and travel. I had to get a shuttle up to Pachena Bay, which is a gorgeous place, by the way. And so by the time I got on the trail, it was, 1:30, and so I pulled in here around 4:30 and said, good enough. 12K in that shorter time was pretty good. So I got my tent set up, and there's a few people back here. I'm the green one right there, and people are all setting up, and some people went on, but the tide's coming in, so they might get caught. But got a water source right here, which is really close to my tent, which is nice. Bathroom's really close, and yeah, but the tide's coming in, and so anyways, we'll see you in the morning on day 2 of round 2, and I'll just finish off with showing you some of the sights right out in front of me here. We'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and it is a beautiful one. There's all the ocean behind me. Day 2 of my West Coast Trail attempt number 2, and tide is out, so lots of walking ahead of me. I'm hoping to do about 14 kilometers today, which will take me to the 26 kilometer mark, which is called TSUSIAT Falls. Beautiful spot. I've seen it before on other YouTube channels. So anyways, morning's just getting started. It's about 6:45 a.m. and I was up pretty early, 5 o'clock, but I also went to bed pretty early. So anyways, we're on the trail. We'll just get this ball rolling and see you out there. Today is, for the most part, well, this section, the first 4 or 5K is basically a beach walk. Now you can go out there onto those these rocks and stuff over here. Guys are saying it's a little easier walking than in the sand sometimes. But anyways, sun's barely up. A little bit of a fog bank over there. So you can see where the high tide came in last night. But check out how far it goes when the low tide is out. Or when the low tide is, I guess, out. Yeah, I don't know how you would say that. I'm also finding that this, where it's wet, where the tide is coming, is easier to walk on than this. Because this is so soft. You just sink in, it makes it really difficult to walk on. So you definitely want to stay on this. This is kind of more packed down, so just a lot easier walking. So, a little bit of fog this morning. Hopefully it'll burn off soon. But right here, you can see there's a what they call a guardian cabin. So the guys who take care of the trail, they will hang out here. They've probably got everything they need in there. They got a stove, solar panel, nice deck to sit on. And there's some directions. I'm obviously going to Port Renfrew. I came from Pachena Bay. I must say, Pachena Bay was a gorgeous place. Definitely wouldn't mind staying there for a little longer, but time did not permit. Anyways, looks like I'm off the beach finally. Going past the cabin. And now we'll be in the forest for a bit, it looks like. See you on the trail. Hey, well, got our first ladder of the day. Actually not sure how many ladders there are. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Going up. Right after that ladder, looks like we got ourselves a little suspension bridge here. Pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Yeah, you can definitely feel it move. Too bad it's so darn foggy. That's a beautiful canyon right there. Oh, we got a double ladder this time, man. Oh, man, look at that. Crazy. That's going to be tiring. Yeah, looks like we have ourselves another suspension bridge. Pretty cool. They definitely move. Ah, I just walked through a stupid spider web. Dang it. Ah. Yeah, we're bouncing around on here for sure. Pretty high up. Ah, these spider webs everywhere. Ah. I'm waving my poles to break through them. Jeepers. Anyways, that was pretty cool. That's a long one. Check out this spider web right in the path. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. How cool is that? There's the spider right in the center of it. Not sure if I'm getting that very well. But what a way to, what a place to set up. Ah, look, somebody set out a couple lawn chairs for me. How nice is that? It's too bad it's so darn foggy. Must be a great spot. And, man. Very foggy. Hopefully it'll burn off. so many of these little crabs. I've seen like thousands of them already. There's another one over here. You think they're hiding, but they're not that tricky. Okay, you see that trolley right there. I just came across that myself. It's pretty tough to pull it in when you don't have help, but fortunately I had somebody at the other end helping me out, so worked out. Definitely you need the trolley here. There's no way you're swimming across that. I'm at the roughly the 24 kilometer area, and I must say this is one of the better stretches of boardwalks I've seen on this trail. Both ways for a kilometer back that way, and as far as I can see right now, it looks like it's going to be similar, so that's fantastic. Usually it's broken boardwalks and lots of mud, so this is fantastic. Apparently in there is the trail. Scary. Ooh. Oh, look. 25K. Nice. Bit of a mud bowl. So that there is the ladder system you have to come down to come into the campsite, and there is a bear in the area, so they don't want anybody camping in this one little section here. And that there looks like bear scat. So yeah, definitely a bear around. So as you can see, I am at TSUSIAT Falls. Gorgeous or what? Like, is that amazing? I've already gone for a swim and got all cleaned off, so it's been pretty much a great day. I got here really early. I've got a choice camp spot over there. I might even go for another swim later. The sun's come out, so glorious day. But check out those falls. Is that nice or what? Beautiful.